Second time that Benfica plays here at Giuseppe Meazza in this year. What kind of Inter are you expecting this year in this reunion with this team again?
Yeah, I think Inter continues where they finished last season. I think they were almost Champions League winner. It was so close to win the final against Man City. They are top of the league again, so they lost not so many key players from last season, so they're used to each other, same coach, and yeah, I think they play very good football, successful football, so it's a challenge to play against them. But I think also last season it was the same situation, and I think we did it well. It was also possible to win the matches against Inter. So it's not a long time ago that we played here, so it was also a special game. We tried everything to come back after the defeat at home. At the end it was a 3-3, but we know that it's difficult, but of course we always in these moments we believe in ourselves. I think we have also now experience together with Benfica with international games, top games, and I think what we always tried is to show our best football, to keep our approach, and then to fight for the 3 points in the 90 minutes, and that's our goal also for tomorrow.
Buonasera mister, cosa teme di più dell'Inter e quale reparto le piace maggiormente? Grazie.
What do you fear the most about Inter and how can they create problems?
We're not afraid. We're never afraid. It doesn't matter where we play, against which team we play. So we respect the opponent always, and especially when it is a team like Inter. So I think that they are complete, that they can also play different football. They can defend if they need to defend. They can attack if they need a goal. So I think they have experienced players. They have a lot of weapons also on the bench. So they showed it also in the last matches. So I think we have to be prepared for everything. So I think it's not like they have one style of playing, like we also not have only one style of playing. We have to influence the story of the game as good as possible, and at best to get advantage during the game, because when they lead then it's difficult. So that's our mindset for tomorrow. We need a good tactical approach for the whole game, for all the phases of the game, and then we have to play our best football.
Roger, here, Miguel Amaral, 00.pt. Which team you think has changed the most compared to last season, Benfica or Inter?
Yeah, I think we have some changes in our squad, also in our starting 11. We have some new players in the team. Inter also a few. I think the biggest change is up front with they lost Lukaku and Dzeko, and they bought Thuram. I think it's a very good transfer, because I think he fits very well to Lautaro Martinez. So I think it's a good setup what they have up front, and on the other hand, I think they play very similar. So I think with the same tactic, with the 5 players in the defense, 3 midfielders, 2 strikers, offensive attacking wing backs. So I think the style of playing is also depending on them. So with Dumfries and Di Marco, or with other players who can also play on this position, a lot of crosses, a lot of players always behind the ball. I think it is very, very clear how they play and how they make it difficult for the opponents to create big chances. So I think that's the situation with Inter.
Boa tarde, Roger Schmidt, Jorge Golão, Sport TV. Benfica traveled here to Berlin with 24 players, even with António Silva, that, as we know, he cannot play. What happened with João Vitor? Can you explain it?
No, not today. I will not leave a comment on that today.
Buonasera. In questa stagione un giocatore dell'Inter si sta distinguendo.
Nesta temporada tem jogador mais dos outros que parece viver excelente momento, Lautaro Martinez.
Dalla sua posizione dal Portogallo, e considera Lautaro uno dei migliori attaccanti in questo momento.
Você acha que Lautaro é dos melhores jogadores na Europa?
strikers in Europe at the moment?
It's always very difficult to compare the strikers, but what he showed last match was amazing. 4 shots, 4 goals in 20 or 25 minutes. So if you can do that, then of course you have top quality, and I think the goals they also show that he's very smart in positioning, in finding the right moment to be available, and then of course he has a very good finish. He's a top player. At Inter there's a lot of focus on him, so all the teammates they are looking for him and they find him, so I think he has a lot of self-confidence when he plays for Inter, and I think he is one of the top strikers for sure in Europe.
Hello, here.
Hi.
João Miguel Nunes, live for RTP Portugal. I would like to know if, in your opinion, this game is already decisive, considering the first game, and if you think that Benfica can repeat what was the last Champions League.
Yeah, the last Champions League season started better for us, so I think with a win at home, so that makes everything easier. And now we have a situation that we lost the first match at home, so it's not easy because I think it's only 6 matches in the group stage to make the difference and to be one of the 2 teams who promote to knockout stage. So that the situation is more difficult is clear. It is not decisive tomorrow, so I think we are at the moment we are not looking for the big picture, so for everything in the group, for the ranking or something like that. At the moment we are completely focused on the 90 minutes tomorrow, so each single match is decisive in group stage, and tomorrow is the next opportunity to work a little bit on our situation, and that it is difficult is clear. Would be great to win, maybe a point would be also good, but first of all we have to play a good game to have the chance to get points here, and that's completely our focus.
Hi, Mr. Schmidt, Miguel Guerreiro for SIC. Is there any chance for Benfica to play here tomorrow without an attacking reference like Cabral or Musa?
Everything is possible always, so it's not that we from the start we leave opportunities out, but I think we played mostly with a central striker. Last season almost always with Gonzalo Ramos, so he left, so we have now new options up front with Kasper, with Arthur, with Peter Musa. Peter did it very well in the last matches, that's why he got chances. Of course for Arthur is not so easy because he came after a pre-season, so now he has to adapt, he has to get the feeling for the teammates, for the style of playing, and so we give him as many minutes as possible to make it easier for him, and we believing in him, so he's a very good player and very good person, and tomorrow we need a good approach for the starting 11, but I think what is also very important tomorrow is that our players from the bench are ready, because we will need them, like I said before, so there are a lot of options also in the opponent team, and then we need also fresh energy and fresh weapons and tactical changes from the bench.
Salve, sono Abdelmajid di Bein Sports. Voglio sapere se questa partita per te è
Eu queria saber se esse jogo para você é uma revanche para você e pelo Benfica.
No revenge, so I think Inter deserved to promote to semi-final of Champions League, so we accept that. It was hard matches. I think we tried everything. At the end they won in our stadium, so that's why they promoted to semi-final and later to the final of Champions League, so that's history. Now it's a new battle, it's a new situation, new season. It has nothing to do anymore with last season.
Obrigado, grazie mille. Thank you, Mr.